Researching and Analyzing Nike by Matthew Thompson, Southern New Hampshire University. Products and Areas of Operation. The products and areas of operation throughout the world for Nike mainly come through North America with 45%, with Western Europe with only 19%. Close behind Western Europe in sales are emerging markets with 13%. Greater China has 10%, and Central and Eastern Europe a combined 5%, with Japan only having 2%. Nike's main products come from footwear with 60%, apparel 28%, and equipment with 6%. The competitive landscape. Some of Nike's top competitors are Adidas, Puma, and New Balance. In 2014, Nike had the largest revenue among its top competitors at $30.6 billion and a net profit margin of 10.7%. Adidas had about half of Nike's revenue, coming in at $17.67 billion and a 3.37% of net profit margin. Puma falls far behind Adidas with $3.61 billion in revenue and a 2.16% net profit margin, but New Balance has the smallest revenue with only $612.4 million, as you can see in the graphs. Some current news. The CEO, Eric Sprunk of Nike, explains how 3D printing of Nike shoes at home. He explains that Nike is brainstorming ideas to create your own shoe right in your own home. All you'd have to do is to log into Nike.com, which is a file you'd have to purchase from Nike. The file would contain data for your own individual shoe, and you could design and customize your own shoe. And you would download the file to a 3D printer, and in a matter of hours, you'd have a new pair of shoes. And the COO, Eric Sprunk, explains that this idea is not as far-fetched as it may seem. Some more current news is Nike is working with MIT to reduce its environmental footprint. And they are trying to go 100% renewable energy in the company by 2025. And Nike is one of 500 companies committing to reduce its environmental imprint. And for Hannah Jones, the CSO and VP at Nike, explains that for more than a decade, they've been working hard to understand where our greatest impacts lie. And they have figured out that 60% of the environment impact in a pair of Nike shoes comes from the materials, and that's why they've been working with MIT to find a low impact fiber and textile that will not have as big as an impact on the environment. And so my conclusion for Nike is that researching Nike, I found out that they are the top competitor in all the categories, and through over Adidas, Puma, and New Balance, and they're looking for new possible ways to make shoes and prevent them from harming our environment. It was interesting to find out that 60% of the environment impact comes from the actual material that makes up the shoe, and how they are working with MIT to help, and so it doesn't affect the environment. And so going through all Nike and all their information, I would like to find out more about the 3D printing and how far, it is possible to create your own shoe, how far in the future it will be for them to create it. That.